what did you do in high school?
I did track for shot put and discus. I played football, and I was actually part of the basketball team my freshman year before I got cut.
I heard you were in an accident after you got out of high school, so what exactly happened?
It was actually just before high school ended for me. It was 3 days before high school graduation, and I attempted to do a backflip in a trampoline. I landed on the back of my head, my forehead touched my chest, and I heard a snap. And immediately I felt just pain shoot from my neck through the tips of my fingers and toes, and I was paralyzed. And I had to learn how to walk again. I had to learn how to hold the pencil, feed myself, to stand.
Our boy is standing. Yes!
Do all the things that we as people take for granted because we don't know that we can lose that, So that's what I had to overcome.
And during that time, what was it like, both the physical or emotional pain?
Gosh, it was everything because, all my life I was working toward a goal of receiving a golden ticket out of the streets, which I grew up on. And the only way for me to get that was through a full ride athletic scholarship. And I did that, and I had it in the palm of my hand. And I broke my neck. I lost it. I felt like I failed my family. I felt like I failed the people who supported me. And of course the physical pain was there. And it's just, I would equate the pain to being stabbed by millions of needles as a hot frying pan was searing the surface of my skin as it radiated from my neck through the tips of my fingers and toes. But what hurt more deeply was always the emotional pain of feeling as if I failed my family, I failed all the people who saw something in me, And that took me a while to kind of see that it was much more than that, I put myself in that position, and then I can get myself out, and then still those people are beside me supporting me,
What were some thoughts that you had when you were in the hospital?
Oh man, I went through everything. I was angry, I blamed the world. I hated everyone around me. I cursed the skies and I asked why me. I cried. I just felt all these negative energy that I was wasting my time and feelings on. And then I realized that my tears were gonna make me walk again, so I had to shift my energy and focus to trying to move. At that point, I didn't even think that I would walk. I just thought about moving my finger. And as I realized that, it's about keep going and, being better for myself, and it wasn't about if I'd walk again, it's a matter of what do I do for the rest of my life if I couldn't walk. So that's how I framed that question, or I framed that answer in my own head. So it just developmentally became better and better every day, mentally and physically.
And I'm assuming after that point you actually went to college. So how was that experience for you?
It was beautiful. Like I said, I had all this support behind me, and you know Miss Galati, right? She's my counselor. She actually came to visit me, and she helped me sign up for my first college courses at Fullerton Community College. And I went immediately after I got out of the hospital, and it was about a month before I went back to school, which was college now. And it was different, I came by, I'm not like the biggest guy, nor am I the strongest. I'm walking around like a skeleton of who I was with a neck brace on. I look silly. Well, of course I took all my GEs first, but after all those GEs, I took my courses in medicine and health and all these things, and then I worked, physical therapy clinics. I worked in medical offices, and I kind of realized medicine ain't for me. So during this time, I was already in kinesiology. It had classes where you get to play sports. So then I got to play these sports as well as learning how to move my body correctly, and then how your body functions during those moments. Then I fell in love with the movement aspect of it, and then I took this one class for PE. Then I just opened my eyes up. I'm like, whoa, PE is beautiful. I get to teach these kids how to use their body right. I get to just inspire them and influence them positively and make an impact in their lives so much that they can take that and live for the rest of their lives, whether it is in their minds, value-wise, or for their bodies to play sports and just always be on their feet and be active. And I finished my degree last semester for kinesiology and PE at Cal State Long Beach, and currently I'm in the teacher credential program there, and I'm definitely going to be coming back to Esperanza to do observation hours, as well as hopefully student teach for my fall semester in the next few months. So I'm just super excited. Everything's just stacking up. So ultimately, I mean, I started out in medicine. I started out, thinking like, oh, health, that's the only way to go. I'm gonna become a doctor, wear that white coat, thinking I'm a top dog, but that wasn't it. So, my path kind of curved a little bit and it went where it went, and I'm here now because of it. And I'm grateful for the opportunity to just be me now, or to make this a part of my life.
And where do you see yourself in 5 years?
Oh, 5 years, that's awesome. I see myself, having my teacher credential, teaching, and I want to be an inspirational speaker as I travel throughout the country and then internationally, and speak and influence and just instill these values in which that I'm so passionate about, and I have a clothing brand called Empowered by Will. And this brand is about having the 3 values to live an empowered life, achieve success, and give back to the community, which is what I'm doing as a person. And those 3 values are pride, courage, and strength. The pride to hold your head high, the courage to stand tall, and the strength to overcome adversity and walk strong. And I go out and I share this story, and I can't tell you too much because it's part of my TEDtalk that's coming up in February 29th. I get to tell that story, and when that story does come out, then you guys can show that, but ultimately, I can't be telling you too much.
Any final words that you want to say?
Like I said, I'm always grateful for the fact that I can come back to my old high school. At the end of the day, I'm really grateful for the relationships that I have with all the people that's been here for me and supporting me to this day. And that includes you being here, includes, Ms. Sawyer and all the faculty here. Yeah, I'm grateful. Thank you.
Be sure to follow Will on Instagram, YouTube, and Facebook at Empowered by Will, and check out his website at empoweredbywill.com. That's EMPOWERED by will.com. Also, check the link in the description to find a link to his TED Talk. Once an Aztec, always an Aztec.